Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. We're going to go ahead and do a Shadow of Depth progress update of Season 5. Let you know how I'm doing, let you know how my strategy is going compared to what I did last season, and just really give you some progress and tips that I've kind of learned throughout this season. But before we jump into the video, please take a quick look at this disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please make sure you do your own research before you jump into any project. Don't take my word for it. Just make sure it's right for your situation. Really kicking it off as far as my strategy goes. If you remember from my kickoff video for the season, I focused more on evasion, precision, health rather than speed. Last season I did full speed right away and then kind of went to defense and precision. And I really actually like the approach this season a lot better than last season. Last season I was going through equipment like it was nobody's business. I was spending left and right to try and get some new equipment, getting multiple pieces of equipment a day just because I didn't have the evasion there, didn't have the precision there, and it was just pure speed. So it was neat because I had the chance to get a double attack and the missions ran a whole lot faster, but I was dying left and right and I was burning through gear. So it's been really neat this time where I will sometimes go days without needing equipment. I'll obviously have to repair them and do all that sort of fun stuff, but I can go days without having an issue, which allows me to really, if you take a look at my inventory, stack up on gear that I will use for crafting as I continue to work through the tiers and get the rest of the items that I need in order to go ahead and craft them. So that's been huge as far as continuing to push through this season. And it feels a whole lot less grindy because I'm dying a lot and I'm dying a lot less. And I have not having to go through that whole process. So my recommendation next season, if you didn't do it this season, start with, again, the process I went was evasion, precision, and now I'm going down the health tree. So if you take a look, I'm actually completely ignoring the specialized tree, which I again don't know if it was the right idea. But I do know that as far as my personal progression has been a whole lot better as far as my feeling compared to last season. Again, I went fully evasion first, then filled out this, and then I went fully down the precision tree. I did not fill it out. Probably should have. I may go back and fill that out. And right now I'm going down the health tree, almost essentially completely ignoring the speed other than getting some speed down here. I kind of went with the philosophy that I got a tip from one of the top 10 players from the last couple seasons. Speed isn't necessarily a good thing because then you're speeding through the missions. Yes, you're progressing through the actual mission line itself faster, which is fine, but you're also missing out on a lot of loot. You're also missing out on fighting a lot of monsters that give you XP and do that sort of thing. So that's kind of the philosophy I went with this, to kind of slow the missions down, but also be a lot more, a lot tougher going into them, which has helped quite a bit. So as far as my progression goes, I am in the toxic tunnel, so I'm not as far as where I probably would have been if I went speed. In the past seasons, at this point in time, I would probably be around the radiotoxic cavern. And just to give you a heads up of the time frame, because I know I'm recording this and probably won't release it until next week. Right now it is June 13th, so we have about 28 days left, which will not be the same when you're going ahead and watching this video. So understand where you're seeing me now. I will be much more advanced by the time you're actually watching this. But you can go ahead and see that I'm here as far as the progression goes. I spent a whole lot of time, and I mean a whole lot of time in the one where that has the queen, just kind of leveling up and going down that chain. I can't go over to that right now because I'm actually in the middle of a mission. But as far as my progression goes, as far as seasonal rewards, I as you can see, I've left a lot on the table as far as I'm kind of picking and choosing what I need. I'm grabbing all the NFTs, I'm grabbing all the wax as I use them or as I get to them. But a lot of these other ones I'm kind of holding on to in case I need them at some point, just to keep myself, have some space in my pack. And then I'll go ahead and pull them down as I need them. Like if I need a chest piece urgently, whether it's for crafting or to use, I'll go ahead and grab it from here so I don't have to struggle as much. And also I really need to sign up and get this wallet. so I can go ahead and collect these rewards also, because it looks like it's actually getting pretty low there. So I'll probably do that today. And then you can see that I'm all the way here, ready to open up 142. And this is right around 133 to 139 is where I personally call the money. That's when it starts getting good, because you get the big wax rewards, you get the bunch of NFTs, you get more resources, and then you get into this part, which is all the NFT rewards that I'm excited to go ahead and grab. So I'm not quite there yet, but maybe by the time I do the next video, I'll be in this range. I'm hoping kind of grabbing some of those. So as far as my tasks go, this one I've done a little bit, but I haven't focused on that. But I'm just kind of digging through a lot of the ones that are relatively easy to grab. My biggest struggle this season, though, has been this new approach to the ranged and melee weapons. I like it, but I don't like it. I get why they did it, because you don't want to be using your gun when someone is right up in your face, and you don't want to be using a melee weapon if they are ranged far away. So I understand why they put that in there, but I wish they put another slot in there too, if maybe a third slot in here, that you can go ahead and switch out weapons. Because I'm struggling to the point where, at least early on, running 100 missions or attempting the 200 missions, my durability of my weapon was running out, and I wasn't able to complete those full sets of missions, where in the past where you could go ahead and just swap out your weapons, and it wouldn't be that big of a deal. So when I run the longer sets of missions, the 100, 200, I always keep one in my pack. And a little trick, so you know when it's in your pack, you can actually go ahead and lock it. Use this little lock function here, and when it goes ahead and transfers all all the stuff all your rewards out of your pack at every 10, it'll keep anything that's locked in there in your pack, so you can hold on to that and swap it out when you need it. So I've been doing that. That's the workaround I've been doing. It's not ideal, because I like to run these overnight, and I don't want to run into an issue where I'm overnight and I just essentially run out of durability on a weapon. My gear has been pretty good, though. I haven't had an issue with my gear overnight, but it's just been the weapon, and I think it's just a change in strategy from my perspective. As far as my leaderboards, and this is another update going on with that, I am right outside of the money, and I know everything on the leaderboard is money. I get that, but my goal is top 50. And because at 50 is when you get that $20 bonus, which I consider the money. So I'm happy with where I'm at right now. So if the season ended right now, I would go ahead and get $37. But I'd be much happier being 5 places up and ending the season getting $60. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm trying to get in the top 50. Would love to get in the top 40, but will be happy with the top 50. So I'm at 55. Hopefully by the next time we do a video, an update video, I'll be much higher on this list also, which will be just make me happier. Let me know down in the comments below. First of all, how are you handling the weapon, the new weapon system? Are you able to have enough durability, or are you keeping an extra one in your pack just in case you need it? What are you doing to kind of overcompensate or compensate for this change that's in there? Also, what is your strategy with the skills? Have you been using the specific one for your character or your classic characters? Again, I haven't really touched that much, but curious to see what everybody else is doing and what your thoughts are with that. Also, just let me know how you're doing. Again, just go ahead out there. If we get a lot of people that are still interested in Shadow Depths, maybe next season for season 6, we'll go ahead and kick off the competition again that we were doing. I started right at the beginning of the season, so I didn't get a chance to organize that with this season. So maybe if we get enough interest, we'll go ahead and do that. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.